Part A, mountain assembly, starts with A1, A2, and A3. Take the nice side of A1 face down, and you're going to add glue at the top and bottom of each of the vertical slots. It's the inside face, so it doesn't need to be pretty. A2 goes in the center, and 2 A3s go in each side. These are going to have to dry reasonably vertical. There is some leeway, but again, as they dry, try to make sure that they are perpendicular to the face of A1. It's often helpful to do all of your faces at once, even if you are going to be doing multiple hexes. You can assembly line everything, do all of your faces at once, and let everything dry, and then work on the rest of the CrawlerMod's course, and it'll speed up assembly time significantly. So again, A2 in the center, A3s on the sides. And we want to let these dry until they're reasonably stable before we move on to the next step. Once these are rigid, you can move on to the next step with A4, A5, A6, and A7. Going to add glues to the slots on one face and slide A4, A5, and A6 into the first face. Smallest on the top, largest on the bottom. Assembly is easier if you go around in a circle instead of doing opposite sides. So I'm going to continue around in one direction from where I started. If it doesn't immediately slide in, make sure that all of your angles and slots are lined up, and you can give a little bit of bend or a little bit of a wiggle to make sure everything is lined up, and then it should slide in easily. So once you have the 6 sides in, flip it over, and we're going to add in A7, which serves as a keystone. It will actually hold all of the faces in and keep them from sliding out as the glue sets. So there are 6 tabs on the top of the hex that will fit into A7. Because it does hold everything into place dimensionally, it will be a little bit tighter fit than the other slots. So you want to add glue to each side of each of the 6 slots. And it may take just a little bit of maneuvering to make sure all the slots seat in. And so sometimes it helps to get a couple of the tabs in and shift the hexagon left and right if you need to get them all to seat in, but you'll feel it pop and settle as soon as it's in. And press down. Just make sure your faces are tight and didn't shift too much. And it helps to give a little bit of a push down with it flipped over just to make sure everything seats appropriately. And you can set it aside to dry.